Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Christy.
And this is your
Behavior
Tip of the Week. So our topic for this week is emotional thermometers.
So an emotional thermometer, this is a tool that can be used to help students identify how they may be feeling in certain situations. It doesn't matter what exceptionality they are, what level they are, but this is a really good tool and because it's visual. Once the students know how they are feeling, we can also help them to identify strategies that may be helpful when they are feeling that way. Depending on the strategy and how they're feeling, it needs to kind of meld. The strategy should be taught when the students are in calm and stable functioning, which means they are listening to you. If Lauren's upset, I can't introduce that because she is not going to be listening at all, and can be referred back to when a student needs assistance with de-escalation strategies.
Absolutely. Super important. So this is one example. There are tons of feeling thermometers out there. We'll upload this one for you in the Google Classroom if this is one that you want to use. This has some board maker pictures on it. But you can also Google emotional thermometers. There's tons out there. In the social skills classroom on Blender, there are some, those of you that are utilizing Zones. Zones has its own emotional thermometer that goes with it.
Which is really cool, which we've used. Which is
absolutely
great.
And there's worksheets, things you can do with your students surrounding it, but it just kind of shows, uses the different colors and helps students be able to identify. Sometimes, our kiddos have a hard time identifying how they're feeling in a situation, and sometimes a visual like this can help.
And you can use real pictures too, can't you, as a correlation?
Absolutely. And if you have kids who respond better to those real pictures instead of the board maker pictures, then you can use that too.
And I think what people think, Lauren, sometimes even our higher functioning kids, like our students with emotional behavior disabilities, this is really important for them to figure out why they're feeling that way and what they can do about it.
Absolutely. And like I said, there's so many different versions out there. Maybe it's something that you just write out the words. Maybe it doesn't need pictures if it's a kid that can read or, has a higher level of understanding. So this example here just has words. It says, if I'm feeling yellow, I can. And it talks about the words that they're feeling. And maybe you work through this with the student on filling in different strategies that they can use when they're feeling that color.
That's such a good point, because then they are taking ownership.
Absolutely.
So making connections, you want to model the use of the strategy for yourself throughout the day in your classroom. Strategy could be to align the feelings thermometer to the zones of regulation, which Lauren had mentioned earlier, to expand these conversations in your classroom. The zones works great. A lot of our students respond to it, and it's a quick thing, because a lot of times too, they just need to point or show. Right. And then you want to allow the students to make their own thermometer and come up with their own strategy ideas. Because again, if our students take ownership, especially our older ones, it will mean just much more to them, and we want to get their input also, right?
Absolutely. And once they have this skill and they're able to identify it, this is a quick and easy way that you can check in with your kiddos throughout the day, right?
I wish I had one with me.
So you can tell me how you're feeling, right? So maybe it's you're coming back from lunch or you're coming back from a fine arts rotation and you just want to check in with your kiddos. How's everybody feeling? It doesn't necessarily only have to be used when a kid is escalated and they need strategies, but this is also a way to just have that conversation. And like Christy said, modeling the use of it. So if you're frustrated, man, guys, I'm really feeling yellow today because I didn't sleep well and X, Y, and Z.
And that's okay, because here again is the good model.
Absolutely. Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for the Behavior Tip of the Week. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.